Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. Leading them out will be the three-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 29, the dynamic Steve Young. They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They'll run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Young to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. We'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Prescott now from the 50. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Young working out of the gun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Jackson will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Young will set to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Young. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over. A first down throw for Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the sneak, it's Prescott.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
That throw by Young incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Running room at the 50. Look out. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. A run between the tackles with Breida. And this time he is in. Matt Breida taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The 2nd down throw for Steve Young, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Steve Young. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
That's taken it around the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The New Orleans offense set to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On play action, Prescott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off on a great one, Darrelle Revis.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Rough so far for him. That's the only way to describe it. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 INTs thus far.
Love the description. Rough, rocky, shaky, all of those things. But this is where you find out about a quarterback, isn't it? This is where you find out about your team leader. Can he handle some of that adversity, bounce back, and give them better play down the stretch? They still have a chance to win. But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young being, and can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.